Okay, it is the 31st, and it's bird time with birds. And my camera is doing the not focusing thing. Hooray! There we go. Now you can actually see the birds. Hi, Cookie. Hi, Tandy. Tandy's husband is busy on their eggs. PJ is hanging on to his nest box, which... Who was it that tried to steal that from him earlier? I think Betty. Betty and Hagrid have had their day and a half of mourning, and now they're done with that. They have been nest shopping all over the place today. Bopping in and out of other people's nest boxes. Checking out all these nest boxes along the floor. Oh, that's handy. Took her a sand bath in front of the freshly cleaned mirror. They care a lot less about the mirror than they did when it got here. Hardly anybody still comes and plays with it, like hardly anybody still comes and plays with the chimes. We haven't had enough peeps recently to observe whether the peeps enjoy playing with them. We just seem to be more interesting things to play with. That Lily is feeling himself today. Look at him go. Woo woo. Oh no! Got too close to Cody. Hi, Tandy. I moved too fast. I'm sorry. She's been understandably jumpy. Here's hoping Luxie will be allowed to lay that egg. Oh, Sunshine, she might be waiting for us to scooch over a little bit because that's her favorite box. Guess we'll see what she does. She's been acting on the broody side lately, so I'm really hoping that this asshole will let her settle down. It's just like Tandy. Every time Luxie settles somewhere with Lily, Vinny goes and harasses them because it turns his wife on. Like, Ellie is just hot for a rampage. They established pairs being romantic. Pippin keeping a lookout while his wife is eating food. Papillon's chilling in her box now that Vinny will let it alone. PJ is trying to get Escher to go in there and lay eggs. Aww. They're so damn cute. How are they gonna be so cute? Now please sit on the next egg you lay. You butts. Can't believe that little Sammy is gonna be 5 months old tomorrow. Ooh. Counting down the weeks till somebody's retirement. If Vinny's made his point, then I may not have to keep him at the top of the list. Right now, the bird on the very top of the list is Sissy, not because of his aggression, but just because of his size. Most of our cocks are pretty human-friendly. So we're having to go by secondary characteristics that we'd like to move away from. It is going to be a hell of a choice of which two adult boys go, honestly. If Vinny continues to be a disruptive asshole to the rest of the flock, then retiring him will be no great loss. I already have children from both of his parents. I just don't have children other than him from both of his parents combined. And he's a good-looking bird. He's bold and human-friendly. And I want to be able to pass those traits on, you know, just without the asshole. The norms of pigeon society is that when there are other nests available, you generally want to pick one of those and not go after a nest that already has a pair and eggs in it. It's a necessity for wild pigeons and for feral pigeons, as their nest space is limited by their population. I limit these guys' population so the nest space remains unlimited. And we've even started adding new wider boxes that can be pigeon-sized nests. When we were thinking about also keeping quail, these little boxes would have been ideal for them. But I think that would be biting off more than I could chew. Good luck with that. Tandy could literally not be less interested. Thank you for not harassing her like an asshole today. Point made, I guess. Now, if his wife doesn't settle down and lay eggs, he'll probably focus on bothering his other rival. So, Lily actually makes a really good rival. Like, he's strong and aggressive and takes absolutely no shit. But he finishes shit. He doesn't really start any. Hey, buddy. You heard us talking shit? Did you hear us talking shit? Are your uncle's feet pretty? And Koo also thinks his uncle's feet are pretty. Well, see, this is okay rivalry. He's yelling at them, but not actually grabbing them. He has actually grabbed them before, and Ellie just did not give a fuck. She growled back and just stayed crouched. And Vinny finished and got off of her. We've also got video of Lily literally riding Luxie across the room. Something startled Luxie, and Lily was not about to stop before he finished. Yeah, we're talking about you. Yeah. Ooh. Hello, Ellie. I'm super relieved that Ellie and Vinny are more of a thing than Ellie and Sissy. Oh, look at Vinny. He's one-footing with a floofy forehead, staring adoringly at his wife. And got distracted by food on the other side. God bless you, birds. So far, our two most solid breeding hens are Hagrid and Rigby. Rigby has already given us 4 children. one of whom has gone on to become an absolutely fantastic therapy bird. So I have high hopes for his sister here. Alright, Sleepy Gus. A little bit concerned about Gus's feather development. Congratulations. Look how proud she is. It's okay, Luxie. You can go all the way in that one. Hi, Pippin. What are you grumbling about? Are you grumbling that they got some? Buddy, your wife is up there. And you have repeatedly hit that. When's she gonna lay eggs? Y'all have a stable box. A stable box. Hi, buddy. What are you doing? Nothing. I'm preening. I'm preening now. There goes Cody checking out the nest box next door again. Eventually, he'll figure out that he can fit in that other one. Given Rigby's tendency to double clutch, he may be setting her up a spot to go as soon as their peeps start standing up. Some breeding pairs, as soon as their peeps start standing up, just start treading again. Immediately. So, like, the minute the first set is 4 weeks old, the next set is about to be laid. That is not a trait common for every pigeon. It's common in young pairs, and it's common in precocious breeders, which Rigby is both. Elsie's inching closer to a year, so I can't really say she's a precocious breeder now, but she definitely started off as one. Like, she laid Puddin' and Fluffernutter's eggs when she was 4 3/4 months. Yeah. Her brother filled Cody's egg at 4 1/2 months, and she laid hers a week later. So, high hopes for revitalizing the reproductive capacity of our flock. No, he did go into that third box. We're gonna mess with it. What you thinking, buddy? Oh. Not fluffy. Hey, Gus. Gus, because of her feather development, doesn't fly very well. So once she gets up there, she doesn't tend to want to come down. Hey, Gus. Can I show him your new feather? Look at that mess. This is not an old feather. This is a feather that has just come in. And the plumes seem to develop normally, but she has chewed straight through most of it. Gus, I'm gonna touch it. I'm sorry, baby. You can see a bunch of her new feathers coming in underneath here are similarly torn, and there are places where they're clearly missing. The tips of her feathers are a little chewed up and ragged, and you can tell by their length that these are not the old feathers, these are new feathers. I don't think it's a diet thing because nobody else has feather development like this. I am a little bit worried about it being a stereotypy thing. stereotypies are, for all intents and purposes, the animal version of, what's the word? Maladaptive stimming. Like, birds largely preen to self-soothe. And Gus's molts have always been slow, difficult, and incredibly itchy. So she may be over-preening her new feathers to self-soothe and damaging them in the process. So when she does fly, there are very large gaps in her wings, and because of her size and build and weight, they don't hold her up very well. So she doesn't so much take flights as she takes controlled falls and assisted jumps to get anywhere. That Gus. Preenet Gus? Preenet Gus, or is she mad at me? Oh, I can preen this Gus. Okay. Yeah. So Gus understands the word preen. She understands the word pet to be a different thing. Pet is along her back, and she usually will turn away when you ask if you can do that. But saying preen you is an offer to scratch where she's especially itchy, under her chin, around the back of her neck, along the side of her neck, her soft little cheeks. Yeah, that's a good girl. That's a good girl. Gus may still be kind of sight-mated to me. She doesn't really seem to talk to other birds. And I don't think it's an issue of not knowing how. I think she just prefers big, strong mate. Yeah, that's a good girl. That's a good Gus. Those are good scratches. These are coming in nicely, but then again, she can't very well reach to chew them. I'd like to be able to show you her wings opened out, but I don't want to force her to do anything she doesn't want to do. That's the whole point of building up this trust and language training. Yeah, I know. Is to give the birds a choice. Pigeons are democratic. Their flock members, any bird who can fly, votes on what they do as a group. So they are uniquely equipped to be aware of their voice being ignored and incredibly resentful of it. There is a difference between being outvoted and ignored that pigeons are just intrinsically wired to understand. So when I ask if I can do a thing, if she says no, I won't do it. Oh, thank you. Can you do that again? That Gus gonna be a stretchy girl? Maybe. Probably not. I think the urge to stretch is mostly gone. Gus, you want to be on my shoulder? Oh, still preening. Do you want to be on my shoulder, that Gus? Is that what you were waiting for? Okay. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to turn that fast. Gus, instead of flying, likes to ride me places. If she's on the floor, she'll get up on my back and she'll wait for me to move somewhere convenient to step. If I'm standing at her level and she wants down, she'll get onto me and wait for me to sit. Oh, hey. Look at that Vinny in a box that he might be considering as his and Ellie's box. Who even knows? He's considering like 6. Okay, well, this has been a pretty quiet hangout day. Oof. is on down with this Gus. With this good girl. And as we have hit the 20-minute mark, and as everybody else is settling in for the after food nap. Oh, did you want the swing? You wanted the swing. There you go. There you go. I got you. I got you. Okay. Yeah. That's where she wanted to be. I need to work with her on Show Me. Anyway, in addition to our clients, adopters, and potential apprentices, I would like to thank our subscribers here on YouTube, our patrons on Patreon, the friends of our business page on Facebook, and our followers on Tumblr, Instagram, and Twitter for your donations, both financial and intellectual contributions, I'm sorry. That we depend on to develop. And with that, my loves, I'll leave everybody to their nap and snuggles and see you tomorrow.